Yeah, the interior's rough. It was recovered, the seat, and then it was just tore up and I just taped it up. So I'd like to get a seat cover maybe. We'll see how that goes. It is a... Well, we're back with the 81 GMC Mason dump. And you remember in the last video, the interior wasn't all that great. So we're going to see what we're going to do about that. See the seat, so I had just taped it up here just to cover some ripped up areas, and it had a cover put on over the original cover. There's still the original upholstery is underneath there, so somebody put on this black cover. I'm going to get that seat out. I've got a new cover that came in. We're going to recover it and see what that looks like. So let's start that process and see how it goes. So here it is out of the truck. There's only 4 bolts that hold this in, so it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, I broke one bolt, so we got to deal with that as an aside, but we'll deal with that. But we're going to get this old cover off, and then we're going to get the original cover off. So let's see what's underneath this one when we get that off. So let's take a look. So still a bunch of hog rings I got to get loose from the bottom, but I kind of cut it loose just to get this off easier. Then I'll pull those. But now time for the big reveal. What did the stock seat look like when this was brand new? So let's see if we can get this off. Here it comes. Ooh, stripes. Look at that. Piece of rug I put in when I put it on. So pretty interesting, huh? Imagine that when it was brand new. To have them green and beige stripes. Quite a snappy interior for a work truck. You would think it'd just be plain one color, but there it is. Green. So there you go. So we've gone around and removed all the hog rings that were holding the original cover on all the way around. They hooked into these holes down here, how that was hooked in there. And then the hog rings, because the other cover was put right over the original cover, but it was well done. I think that was a pro job, not somebody in their backyard just putting the cover on. So then at the back of the seat here, it's just clipped over a lip. So we're going to get that back on, and we'll see. The older cover was hog ringed over onto this piece of reinforcement here where the springs go, so it's probably where the new one will go. I still got to get these few in this old area off here, but that'll hook on because the replacement doesn't have this plastic lip here. So let's get that off and see what the foam looks like underneath. Alright, well here it is with the cover off, and the foam don't look too bad at all. You know, the passenger driver side, I mean, you know, gets a little beat up, but overall in decent shape. What do you think I'm going to do? I have this kind of thin foam just to kind of rebuild that up a little bit in the high wear area. Probably just lay that right across, maybe get it, wrap it under, come around, maybe catch it underneath here, and I think that'll be decent. You know, I think that'll support, give me some cushioning, and I think we'll be good to go. So this piece, the frame is in decent shape. You know, some little surface rust, but nothing major. I mean, I guess I should give it a little quick shot of paint. Maybe I'll give this a quick wire brush, give it a shot of paint, and I'll start taking the back apart and let this set up. So far so good. I think it's going to come out all right. And here's the back of the seat. That same pattern. Pretty interesting, huh? That green and beige, them stripes. I would have loved seeing this truck when it was brand new. Somebody picked it up, was going to go work with it though. That's the difference with this truck. Other trucks, like that truck, people are just going to drive in it, not do nothing. But with this truck, they're going to work, and they're going to work it hard. So, there it is. Neat, huh? And this is the seat cover I'm going to be using. Just a plain green vinyl, because that's really all you can get for this truck. I got this through a company called Raybuck Auto Body Parts. And here's some info on them. You can look them up online. Raybuck Auto Body. They're out of Pittsburgh. And I see that the seat cover really comes from a company, Seats, S-E-A-T-Z, at California, Anaheim, California. And most of even the major, truck resto parts companies did not have green. So I was going to get black like was on there. But then when I found this company and they had green, and I caught it on sale, about $300 shipped, it was like a good deal for me. So we're going to see how it fits once it goes on. I think with this back, I'm going to put this on over the old seat cover, because the old seat cover has wires on the bottom that I think I can attach to. And this new seat cover is an open back style, because it's a pickup truck bench against the back wall. I think that'll keep it sealed. There is some wire ribs in here that I can hook onto, I think is what I'm going to do. I feel crossbar here, so I'm going to see if I can get that down on there. And then it'll still leave me a nice mounting point on the bottom here. Though I may open this up and see what's in there, but I don't think there's really a lot in there that I can hook onto with that bottom. So I think might be good to leave this original cover with these heavy wires in here. But we'll see. I'll let you know how it comes out. So there's that. These workmates are dirty. I'm getting it dirty already. And they also include hog rings, and at least some rudimentary hog ring pliers if you didn't have them, which is nice. Like the Chinese Allen wrenches they give you with some stuff you gotta assemble, some furniture and stuff that I've had. So how great they are, I don't know, but at least they're something. They're trying. They seem to give you a lot of hog rings, so let's see what's gonna happen. So I decided to take the back off, and I'm sure some of the people watching, if you have any upholstery experience, you were yelling, reuse the wire, reuse the wire. So yeah, that's what I got to do. I took the wires out of the back of the old seat. I realized after finally looking at this that there is a loop here at the end of this, and that wire is going to slip through there, and that's how it's going to attach. So yeah, you live and learn. So it's the first time I'm doing this, so it's good practice. It's not super hard so far. This back should go on easy, because usually you got to turn them inside out and slip it over, but since it's an open back, should be no problem. So I'm going to slip that wire in, and I did find that there is some mounting points, which I'll show when I start clipping this on the back, that I was missing. So it's going to be all good. All right, well, here's the back, pretty much wrapped up. So sorry. So like I was saying, we reused the wires here and got it clipped on there. And then we had these bars here that was allowed. Now, I think I want to put more rings here, but I'm going to wait till I finish the bottom to see how many I got left. I don't want to use too many on the top and then all of a sudden be short on the bottom. Got a fair amount left, so it shouldn't be a problem. They seem to give you quite a bit. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But for now, yeah, it looks pretty good. I got this pulled up. It's fairly tight. I think it's going to be nice. So, let's see how that bottom goes. So here's the bottom. Came out pretty good. Still got to put holes in for the tracks. And I had a little more footage for this area, but I had some technical difficulties with my camera, and I thought I was getting some recording, but I did not get it. So what it was showing was more of the seat frame and how some of the pass-throughs come through the bottom of the seat. So I mentioned about the pass-throughs for the seat belts on these covers. So as it shows there, those two notches, the seat belt should come through. But on the bottom, on the seat, that would be about, it would be here and here. And I'd rather not open this area up. You know, to me, it just keeps it more secure. Matter of fact, I'll probably even throw another clip on there, because the bottom takes a lot of abuse and it's always being pulled on and stretched on. So I figure the more intact this is, the better. So I had them, you know, the other black seat cover did not have pass-throughs like that, and we just came in through the back between the top and the bottom, and I'm going to do that. So you'll see that when it's installed. So one last look before it goes in. I think it came out really well. I'm really happy with this cover from Raybuck Auto Body Parts. You know, the color is good. The lines match up real nice, as you can see. Sorry about the lighting and the noise. We're ready to get a storm here, so I want to get it thrown in while I can. So just I think it came out real good. Fits like a glove. You know, it's not really too baggy. A little bit here, but it's nice compared to what was in there. Beautiful. All right, putting her in. What's this puddle? Dump truck was parked here. Brakes feel weird. Now there's a puddle. Guess what that means? Well, there it is. This is where we're going to end this one. So here's a seat back in the truck. I painted these seat belts, which were red at one time. I painted them, you know, green. It's not the greatest green in these parts here. Thought it matched better, but yeah, looks good. So for an old work truck, this is how it's going to be. Looks good, more comfy, adds a little more value to the truck. So hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see what kind of trouble I get into next. On a side note, as I was sitting here driving it, moving it a little bit, blew a wheel cylinder. So that's the next project on this thing, is do a whole rear brake job. And I found a broken wheel when I took the inside wheel out that I never had out. So it's always something with an old truck. But until next time, thanks for watching.